Nothing about us without us. That is a saying that many vulnerable groups are familiar with. It is also a saying that in part informs a 3-country regional community capacity assessment undertaken by the Caribbean Development Bank's CDB Basic Needs Trust Fund, BNTF. From February to April 2023, the BNTF conducted a capacity assessment of 32 community groups in 28 communities in Jamaica, Guyana and Saint Lucia. 565 persons participated in the exercise. This intervention aimed to identify areas for strengthening the operations of each group to aid communities with pursuing sustainable local development.
With that in mind, under the 10th cycle of the Basic Needs Trust Fund, we sought to look at the community capacity assessment, focusing on the community groups themselves to see how we could understand where their areas of needs are, and then to develop interventions to improve their operations as a group so that they could have more sustained interventions within their spaces and becoming champions for development within those communities.
The BNTF program is the CDB's main vehicle for direct poverty reduction in the Caribbean. It responds to needs identified by the most vulnerable communities in the priority areas of water and sanitation, education and livelihoods enhancement, and access and drainage. Some of the needs identified by the assessment included the fact that 86% of the groups did not have a constitution to govern their operations. Additionally, 96% of the group members did not have the capacity to write proposals.
This questionnaire caught all of us sitting last night at the table, where it came to vision, mission, and then we went back as teachers, goals, philosophy, object. So we were saying, now it teach us a lesson now, because it might be another NGO we might want to seek grants from, and they might ask us the very question. So if we get help in formulating objectives, visions and missions, it will put our community, I think, on a better track.
As BNTF's program strongly aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals, the assessments also incorporated community awareness of and alignment with the goals. Overall, 62% of the 32 communities were unaware of the SDGs or how the goals applied to the work they were doing on the ground.
Coming out of the meeting, something that is very critical. Jamaica is a country that has aligned its national development plans to the Sustainable Development Goals. 91.3% of the indicators are mapped, if not one-to-one closely. But speaking to the community, they had not heard about the SDGs. They didn't understand what it meant. They were unaware of even its existence. And I think that's a critical disconnect. I think we need to stop to get between that disconnect and pull the parts together.
The assessments were conducted using the intuitive software Kobo Toolbox, which allowed for data collection using a smartphone and for speedy preliminary assessments.
Reliable data is crucial in aiding vulnerable communities and reducing poverty. My name is Gina Kreutzer, and I'm the CEO at Kobo, the nonprofit behind Kobo Toolbox, a data collection platform used globally for research and social good. We were privileged to support the Caribbean Development Bank in strengthening the resilience of local communities in Jamaica and Guyana to ensure a successful project rollout. Our team helped design assessment forms, streamline data collection, and provide custom visualizations. Our offline data collection features were essential in remote areas lacking internet. Supporting organizations like CDB is central to our work. Our goal is to ensure that programs like BNTF have access to high-quality data tools so they can make an impact on the ground. By enabling access to reliable, high-quality data, we at Kobo are committed to empowering organizations like CDB to create meaningful, on-the-ground changes and to increase resilience.
The assessments have challenged the countries involved to look more critically at its work.
Some things that we've seen from these assessment visits that we can also do more for the community, which I'm looking forward to doing more for the community in terms of building their capacity and working with them as a group to, when we leave the community, for them to also be able to move forward and progress and develop further in their space.
For Laverne Luard-Greaves, social analyst at the CDB, a major part of the substantive value of the assessments is that many of the participating community groups will have their capacity for action built.
In the first instance, the coming out of these activities directly, there is the promise to provide support for the entities to build out their action plans. In a very real way, the BNTF will be providing support for them to have these action plans finalized. We will also be providing support in terms of strengthening their operational capacity so that they're better equipped to conduct some of the tasks that they need to conduct and to better represent their communities within the spaces.
As a part of the next steps from the assessment, the BNTF will be organising a proposal writing workshop in July, as well as preparing an online community development course.